Okay, thank you for Master Robert Banks there for a nice session of Aikido. I've learned a lot from that, which I should be applying into the mix. Now, intent. Got a nice list here. A lot of instructors say use your intent, but they don't tell you how, and they don't tell you how to train your intent. So, I've got a number of tests, some of which I've never done before, so I might fail miserably, I might crash and burn. Still going to be entertaining though. If I don't crash and burn, it'll be even more entertaining for me. So, I've been looking at expand. Yes, he's just started cooking. Yeah, because I'm getting ready. I've been looking at expanding the meridians, expanding the chakras, auras, and also the crown vessel. So if you can use these things for energy flow, and you can train yourself, you can use it with intent. So you don't have to think stuff, you just do stuff. You just say, get the job done. We don't say that, obviously. Intent is bang. So we're going to do a number of tests. I've written them down because there's quite a lot. I don't want to get them in the wrong order. First one, we're going to do a routing test to see if my meridians are any bigger than Steve's. So if we stand like that, and if Steve roots, so you can try this at home. If you don't do the energy work, you can still try it. All you do is stamp your feet a few times. So if, you don't have to stamp your feet, but if Steve was to stamp his feet, because he ain't got any energy, it would trigger the bladder and kidney meridians, give him an energy field, and if you root now, we will get that effect, okay? Then if I was to stamp my feet, we'd be the same and he'd go. So if I root, so now we're the same, then Steve's the same, okay? So you can try that by stamping your feet. That's an external player. I don't like external players because you have to do stuff before you do stuff. If you've got the energy, like you've just seen, we use intent and we can root. Now, if I root and Steve gives me a shove, don't do anything other than shove in. So we get that. Okay. Don't shove too hard. It's really testing me. Right, so if you root Steve and give me a shove, so a little bit more resistance.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm getting there. I'm working on it, I'm getting there. So if you root Steve, I root, nothing. So there's quite a big difference. So if this keeps going, next time it'll look even impressive. Because I wasn't impressed by that, but there's some difference there. So that's the rooting thing. Now, so if you root Steve, and we know I can uproot you by rooting, so that's meridian flow. So we've covered meridian flow. So if I switch on meridian flow, Steve doesn't weigh anything at all. So I'll switch that off. Now I'm going to use directional energy with intent. So I'm going to send energy that way. So Steve's rooting and is even lighter. And the next one, I've not tried this, is the crown vessel. And if you spin the energy in the crown vessel, it creates a void. So, you rooted? Are you sure? No, you're not. So, I can have more energy than Steve and shift him as if there's nothing there. I can make a void of energy, so he's got nothing, so there's nothing there. Directional energy is going to send him. So they're useful tools, just with intent. Okay, let's try some other stuff. Unbendable arm. We had a play with this with Master Robert Banks earlier. I couldn't do any of this stuff because his energy is different to mine. But maybe with Steve. So we're going to do unbendable arm. You can try this at home. You imagine, have it at 45. You imagine water coming out of there. Relaxed, send the water out, and then if I come in here and I try and bend it, I can't bend it, and that should work for 99% of people. So I'm not going to do anything other, use my intent to increase my energy flow, and bends as if there's nothing there. If we try that one again, Steve. So now I'm going to use directional energy, so it's obviously going to be that way. I knew that had gone already. Yeah. So if you send that energy again, we'll retest. Solid. What's the last one? Void from the crown vessel. So we're going to spin that. Now there's nothing there at all, and it's gone. Thank you very much. And like I say, that did not work with Master Banks because his key is slightly different energy that I'm working on, and his flow 10 times better than me at the minute. So thank you for that lesson. I should be working on that like a crazy ego guy trying to get even. Okay, centre lock. Now there's some new stuff in this one, so this is interesting. It's called the centre lock because it's supposed to be just past your centre line, but we're not having any mechanics. We're just going to do that plane, not this plane. So Steve's incredibly strong because he's got 6 elements flowing through him from all the kata that we do. So let's try the void. So that stops the energy flow. So I went to up meridians, should have done that first, but it don't really matter. So this is strong again, so
yeah,
that's increasing the flow in the meridians. I'm going to modulate a chakra. And this is one that many people don't do. And modulate, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to modulate the crown chakra with facial expression of joy. Now if your chakras aren't strong enough, it don't work. So, so all you need to do is smile at the bugger. and when you know it works, you can just smile even more, and he's happy, so it's all good. And the new one, modulating an aura. I don't know anybody that's teaching this one. I know some that are teaching the others. I'm going to use solar plexus that relates to it. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Thank you very much, Steve. Marvellous! Love it when a plan comes together. Ba-bum!